What's going on, everybody? Ramdeen and Black with you here in our FN studios. Tonight, live on FN at 9 p.m. Eastern, we have UFC Fight Night from Albany, New York. The Black Beast, Derek Lewis, taking on Shamil Abdulrahimov. Two Goliaths in action. Maybe not the most skilled guys on the planet, but if you're looking for a crazy knockout, chances are it's probably going down in the main event. But our guy, Paul Shaughnessy, says Francis Ngannou is a fighter we all need to watch out for.
I'm not sold yet,
me
but
either,
I'd like to be proven wrong. He still feels a bit wooden and a little rudimentary, and he's really pushes forward. Hamilton will be a good test for him, but he certainly has the mentality, and he certainly seems to be growing. We'll see. We'll see about this Ngannou. You know what also we saw was Ngannou and Hamilton coming together at the weigh-ins, and my buddy Joe Silva, who's much smaller than these gentlemen, was the guy who had to pull them apart. You may notice that he put his hand in and then went elbow. That's a mechanical structure. That's thinking. Joe knows what's up. Joe's a good martial artist, actually. I know he can't handle Hamilton or Ngannou. They're very large martial artists, but Joe can take care of himself. But I like the smart idea of using your physiology as weaponizing your forearm there.
Also in action, Sean O'Connell. Last time we saw him in action, we were in Ottawa. He and Steve Bosse putting on a hell of a show, a serious scrap to the delight of the crowd. That seems to be in him. That's authentic.
Yeah, and it's a tough way to make a living, man, going out and doing that. If you go back and watch that one on Fight Pass, O'Connell and Bosse, that's pretty out there. It's, we got pretty excited for Max Holloway, and when in the last 10 seconds when him and Lamas went at it. That was great. It was really fun. These guys did that for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's pretty out there. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, a lot of these guys go through phases of their life where they do that. Evan, 155er, who was fighting
Evan
like
Dunham,
that.
yeah.
Evan Dunham was fighting like that for a while.
Yeah.
And after a while, you're like,
I can't keep
doing
this.
I know how to fight to not have to do this, so I think I'm going to do that for a while. Even Joe Lozon went through a period where Joe Lozon I don't think has ever gone through that period. Some of these guys are just like that. But some of them eventually go, you know what, I know I can't fight this way forever. So it'll be fun to watch O'Connell and see which way he goes. Others of them, you can teach them all you want. You're in the gym. Sean, what are we going to do? We're going to fight smart, coach. Sean, what are we going to do? We're going to get behind the jab, coach. We're going to move our feet. Sean, what are we going to do? Oh, don't worry, coach. We're going to fight smart. And you get out there and just go mental. It happens. So we'll see if this is one of those.
Abdulrahimov and Derek Lewis, the main event. Do you believe any one of these guys will emerge as a top contender? When you look at the heavyweight division right now, with Cain Velasquez, Fabrizio Verdum, the champion Stipe Miocic, and Alistair Overeem, and yes, Derek Lewis has a victory over Roy Nelson. But when you look at the top end of the heavyweight division, do you believe that any one of these guys, either one of these guys, will be a prospect?
Part of me would want to say no, but there is an aspect at play here, and that is if you talk to somebody on the street who doesn't know anything about fighting, and you said, how do you think you would do against BJ Penn? Maybe they got in a scuffle out front of Richmond Street once. They're like, well, I'd have a puncher's chance. You would not have a puncher's chance against BJ Penn. I'm sorry. But this big man, the Black Beast Derek Lewis, would have a puncher's chance against Stipe Miocic. He would. He doesn't have the skill level of him. He doesn't move his feet like him. He isn't as elegant, exquisite of a talented martial artist as him. But if he hits you, he's imbalanced and he generates a ton of force and he plays to his strengths. So could you see him, winning this fight, winning one more, and then people getting behind the idea? Sure you could. He's big and exciting and fun and he hits hard. Sure you could see that. If that were to happen, could you see him landing that punch on a Verdum or on a Miocic or on a Cain? You could. But is he as skilled as those top guys? He is not.
If you are looking for heavyweight action, Fight Network is the place to be. Tune in 9 p.m. Eastern for UFC Fight Night in Albany.